Ah, you know, this time I didn't not click the button. It just got stuck. The icon was like half size, like halfway through its animation. What I really need to get is that audio software so that I can hear things more appropriately. Because right now I just can't hear things appropriately. I would like to be able to hear myself as I talk without a delay, if the sound is going through. But anyways, I was talking up a storm, really, and I'm not going to repeat myself. But the last thing I said was, "Hey, Corey. Hey, Devati. Welcome to the stream." And "Hey, Jack." And then I realized that my audio was off. So I apologize. All that intro. Oh, well. It's a common thing that I've been forgetting to press that button. But I didn't forget this time. It's important. I didn't forget. Anyways, not sure how to get these to all go over to the side. But what can you do? It's okay for now. I'm going to leave it be for now. I do need to add the vertical or horizontal scroller. I think. And that's gonna have to be shit. Well, to do the horizontal scroll, you have to keep track of it. And that means it's got to be kept tracked of. But I probably do need a horizontal scroll on right here. What's the scroll code anyways? I always forget this code. It would be editor GUI layout. There we go. Editor window item object. And then dot end scroll view. So I need to store this, and I think what I'll do is private dictionary string int scroll position equals new dictionary string. And what I'll do then is say scroll position with the key of item object dot object name equals that, and we'll say also, oops, wait. What's going on? Int. Is it supposed to be a float? I don't think it's float. I think it's int. Scroll position. Oh, it's supposed to be a vector 2. My bad. Okay. And if dot has try get value, isn't there not has key or something? contains key. So if it does not contain key, then we're going to say scroll position dot add item object dot object name and new vector 2. Okay. So that should give us a scroll position for anyone that needs it. So we can test this, I guess, by making this really, 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 really small. There we go. Let me guess, scroll position. Okay. Alright, now we can get rid of the to-do. Oh, interesting. Guess I need a scroll position for the whole thing. Oh, no, it shows up. It just washes everything first. Alright. Interesting. I suppose I don't actually need that box. I need to change this so that only one shows up at a time. I suppose I don't need the extra box around it. And then show buttons. I've been doing this to all of them, but just gotta do it to this one too now. So temp or bool temp show item attributes equals that. Temp show dictionaries and temp show stats and skills. If not temp show attributes, and we are now showing it, and we'll do something. And what we're going to do is say set bool false, and do that to the other one too. Stats and skills, and then we'll do that 2 more times for the other two. So now, technically, only one of these should show at a time. Okay, that's better. Good. And then I can remove this extra window there, or border. Show attributes, show dictionaries, okay, there it is. I don't have any info for the dictionary, for the stats and skills. It's okay. Alright, so that's for the item objects. For item attributes, I have to do the same thing. So let's do the same thing. make it quick and then move on. Shows stats, show dictionaries. Oh, the other thing is I need to move the dictionaries to, I always want the dictionaries to be on the far right. That's the idea. So that's the same every time. So this one, show dictionaries, just needs to move down 2, and then show buttons needs show dictionaries to move down 2. Okay. And we'll copy some of this code. Okay. And we'll copy this code too. That should work. Except we only need the other one. Okay. There we go. And then we will add the same code here, just a copy paste job from this window. Show stats and skills. All of these. Whoops, I copied the wrong one. There we go. And we need our fancy pants dictionary up here. All right, and then to fix these up. For each item, attribute, and get item attributes of type, item attribute type, item attribute. What is this? Ah, okay. That's why it's object name does not have any special skills. Okay. Item attribute targets. So vertical box, item attribute, blah 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 blah. Target, item attributes. Show item attributes. Item attribute should just magically work. Let's see. All right. Well, they don't have any. Do any at this point? Yes. Okay. Condition does. Good. It just works. Beyond repair, damage, value proficiency. Perfect. All right, so now you can easily change those. I also did this cool thing where now when you click manage object, it goes directly to the type that. So I'm a character class now, but if I go to weapon and then hit manage, it goes to weapons, which is good because I kept making the mistake. Hey, look at that. That's annoying. Huh. Gotta fix that because that's just annoying. I wonder what the deal is. Is it because I have this per? So this is item object. What happens if I do end scroll view? That's better. Alright, well there's still going to be a vertical or a horizontal scroll if they go over too far. Alright, then I don't need to do that at all, and I can get rid of this code. Good, less code to deal with. Alright. So that is that. There's not going to be any copy pasting going on here. You can copy paste from here. Can you? Yes. Could I add copy paste up there? Should I add copy paste up here? When I paste, what happens? It's going to be the stats and skills drawer. So this paste I'm trying to add with that avoiding conflict. So I'd have to either rewrite this code, or rather copy paste it, or move it somewhere else. Let me clear them first. I'll come back to this later, another time. All right, what was the next step? So we've got those on those. Stats and skills has main settings, mastery. Oh, gotta do that here. Gotta keep consistency, so I gotta do it now while I'm thinking about it. Show buttons. Show buttons. Just want to copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Capybara. Oh, for this one I made it even simpler. main settings, mastery levels, and dictionaries. Nice. I'm glad you like the music, Elliot. I realized a few weeks back that I had music there, and maybe silence isn't always the best. I mean, it's fine, but you know. Do this one, and this one, and this one. All right. Temp show main, temp show mastery, and temp show dictionaries. Temp show dictionaries. All right, that should do that. Oh yeah, and then the show main settings, I can get rid of this vertical box. Show mastery, get rid of the vertical box. Show dictionaries, get rid of the vertical box. Main settings, mastery, dictionaries. I should put a warning here. Oh. All right. That's an important warning to have. All right, that's better. So these now all have the same language, which is better. And they all have populated stuff. All right, that's good because well, I'm sure I'm missing something there. I want to move forward. And I've got these new repository objects that are prefabs that come with the pack because they are something you would put inside your scene. And they essentially, when you load them here, go through a series of steps to put all of your objects into lists here. And they come with fancy stuff. So I'm going to close all. Then we'll load up the repository stuff. So we're looking at the stats and skills repository. So open that and the editor too. So the repository itself has these private methods. And up here you can get a stats and skill by just saying get stats and skill by UID. So if you have the string UID saved in your data, then you can quickly grab the stats and skills. And what this actually does is it first tries to get it from a dictionary. The dictionary starts out empty, and if it can get it from the dictionary, great, it'll return it. If it can't, then it's going to try add it. If it can't do that, then it means it couldn't find one, and that's a problem, so it'll give you this debug log. It shouldn't happen if you're passing a correct UID and everything's set up properly, but you never know. And so the point of that is to say, okay, well, maybe at runtime, you're not going to actually go through all of these. There's a chance you might have 200-300 of these in the end. I don't know. But I would assume that there's a decent chance in some games you won't be showing them all. And so the dictionary starts out empty, and as you start calling values, it will start giving them in the dictionary. And technically, I would assume that if you call a value once, you might call it more than once. And so it might be slightly faster than going through the entire list. But there are other lists here. There's stats and skills types, just every type that is in your project in case you need that. You use a dictionary with stats and skills by type, so you can call the type and then get a list of the stats and skills. And then modifiable and trainable stats and skills as well, if you want that. And you can filter those kind of here as well. And then on the items repository, you just have the item objects and the item attributes. Similar structure though. Item repository, and this is the editor, and this is the item repository. So similar structure, same thing. You'd call get item object by UID and get item attribute by UID, passing UID to return the actual scriptable object. So those are them. And the other thing I was going to try to do, I don't know exactly how to do this. I'm interested in getting item objects that have specific attributes available. For instance, quest items. Any reason line 44 on the stats skill project that you decide to do a method that returns null instead of the try get with an out param bool. Let's see. 44. Essentially it should never get here. If it gets here, then the actual answer is null. The UID, this will first try to get it from our dictionary that we're populating at runtime. And if it can't do that, then it's going to try to populate the dictionary. And in this one, it basically goes through all of the stats and skills we have. And if it can't find the UID, then it continues. If it does find it, then it'll add it to the dictionary and return that. But if that's null, there's nothing we can do. So technically, this should never happen at runtime. So yeah. Is that what you mean? Yeah. So the thing I wanted to look at was for items. There are attributes that could be here. So I suppose what I could try to find is thinking. Well, the thing I want to do, I'm going to do it here. And we're going to make it public, I guess, because the editor script will need to grab it. The thing I want to do is return an array of item objects. And it's going to be item objects with attributes. And it's going to bring in a item attribute array. Item attributes. And then it's also going to have, what's the term when it's inclusive or not, where it needs to be all or it can be any? For now, I'm going to say bool any equals true. So, or we'll say all. So it needs to have all. Require all. We'll say require all attributes. Make it very explicit. And then from this, so this is gonna inclusive X. That's why I was thinking like inclusive would mean it needs all. Exclusive would mean any. Not sure. So I'm gonna stick with this for now because I don't really know which one it would be. Not off the top of my head. So I guess the easiest way is to do a link statement. Let's try that. And I know link at runtime is not ideal, but you should not call this every frame. You should only call it like when you're pulling up a list of quest items or something like that. And sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles. All right, so we will say item objects dot where x has attribute I guess and this is actually going to be a string. Item attribute UIDs. And here we can do public bool has attributes and pass in a string item attribute UIDs. Can this be that should be UID. So item attributes all wait a minute. Item attributes is a list. It contains all. select x.uid. One array contains all of another if one contains all of another. Aha. Every. It's a better way of doing this. I think link is not going to be the fastest way here. So we could do for each string UID in item attribute UIDs. If not has attribute UID, then return false. Otherwise, return true. Seems straightforward there. So, has attributes, item attribute UIDs. So item objects where they have them all dot to array. So what was the point of this? The point was ignore that. I can make another one if I want a different one. Alright. With attributes, with all attributes. I'm going to say all specifically. And okay, so I do wish I could just stack buttons to the right and let them wrap when they get to the end. Not sure why or how. Because there's a lot of attribute types. There's 10 attribute types. That's going to take up a decent amount of space. All right, that's fine. Let's see. So, show header, show main buttons, show item objects. Show attributes, show item objects attributes. And this is going to give us a drop down. Oops. Or similar to repository information. Repository information. Show item objects attributes. objects attributes. All right. So we'll show at object attributes. The problem with that is they'll scroll then. And that's, I mean, I can do that, and I did that in the other view, but then they'd just be like a whole lot of buttons going horizontal. Jay, you're asking the tough questions, but feel free to discuss. But the answer is no, because your time equals budget. Every hour you spend doing this game dev is an hour not spent doing something else, which could be working a job that makes money. Therefore, there is an opportunity cost, whether it be a job, whether it be spending time with your family, taking a nap, sitting outside and drinking a Starbucks coffee. There's an opportunity cost that must be taken into account with any economic transaction that includes how you spend your time. Show object attributes. Name. Repository information. Nope. This is going to be item attributes. Filter. Filter by item attribute. And that. If not that, then return. And otherwise, we will say some link for checking if your past and attributes exist on your character. And it's gone. I think I'll combine a scroll rect with some stuff. Private vector to scroll position. Editor GUI layout.begin scroll view and equals editor GUI layout.end scroll view. And then in the middle, we will do for int counter equals 0. And for each item attribute in item attribute in item get item in, what am I doing? In this object dot item attribute types, so it's actually string type oh shit, this is gonna be no counter needed, and whoever suggested doing a scroll rect, yeah, it's gotta be a scroll rect. Whoops, wrong one. So for each type, we're going to say start vertical, end vertical, and label item attribute, oops, item attribute type dot, it's just the type, okay, and we'll make it 100. It might be too narrow, but we'll see. And then for each of those, underneath, for each item attribute in this object dot o, item attributes by type, item attribute type, we're going to do set bool filter by attribute name and not get bool filter by attribute. It's going to be item attribute dot name, object name, not the other thing. And object filter. Okay, so if button item attribute dot object name size 100, oops, then toggle it, and but no, I still don't think you can, Jay. You're going to need software. You're going to need assets. I mean, technically, you could all do it yourself if you steal the software and, you know, have all the skills, but that's just not reasonable, I don't think. But that's probably why a lot of individual developers make more simple mobile games and such, and shorter games and whatnot. But you're gonna need some money. Okay. And then background color, if it's that, then color dot green. Otherwise, color dot black. We'll go with that. Or maybe gray. We'll just keep gray. And then afterwards, background color, color dot white. And then I think I don't want to do it here. I'll tell you why. I don't really see the value in doing it here, and this is just a pain in the ass. I'm going to expose the ability to do that at runtime. You know what? I'm not going to do it there. But what we can do is we can do that, and So we have the boolean, this, and then for each object, if we're not doing that, then end row. Otherwise, we're going to show it. We're going to go start vertical. Ah, God, no, that'll be way too much to show. So no, never mind. Never mind. That's just too much to show. Undo. Abort. It's fine. Okay, let me go back to what I was actually doing when I got sidetracked by myself earlier. So I'm setting up the demo scene here. And we have a new script here and the old script here. And so I'm going to delete the editor ones, keep the other repositories up. So set up 4 characters. Now character class is coming and character race are coming from the item objects and item attributes. The classes are objects and the races are attributes. So I need to create 4 random characters, so we're going to do that. So some skills, demo player. Okay, and so item object character class, and public string character class UID, because remember this is something that will be saved at runtime, serialized and whatnot, so you can't save the scriptable object that won't serialize, but you can serialize the UID. And actually, to make this better, we're going to say public character class is get character class. Item object character class equals get character class, and that's going to be private. Yeah. Character class. Is this how you do it? Let's see. I also need public void set character class with a string UID. This will do character class UID equals UID, and also character class equals I'm going to move this to its own thing, and okay, and then up here we're going to be using static Infinity PBR modules dot items repository, and also stats and skills repository. So we're going to say item repository dot get item object by UID, UID, is that right? What happens if the UID is wrong? So we should do a string our temp UID equals character class UID. And then we should try to see if this is valid. So var new object equals that. Then if new object not equal null, or if it equals null, then we'll return do nothing. And then if it's not null, that means we were able to get it, so we'll change the UID. Character class can be the new object, and we're set. Okay, that makes sense, right? Yeah, so try to get the new object. If not, then okay. And then when we get the character class, we will say if character class is not equal to null, turn character class. Otherwise, if string dot is null or white space for character class UID, so if it's not, if it is null or white space, then return default. In other words, we have none. But otherwise, that means we have it, but we haven't populated that. So we're going to say set character class UID, or character class UID, and then return character class. But that could be null too. But say la vie. So this is basically saying, first of all, if we have a character class, then return it. Then if not, then check to make sure if this is null or empty, we basically don't have a UID, then return default. Otherwise, set the character class based on that UID, which will make sure we can do it, and then return that. So whenever you call character class, it's going to try to get you that one. And this is public because we're going to use it. And you might change the character class through the game, so that's That's why. And I think I'm going to do these again. I like to do this. I don't always do this, but I think it's nice to do this. And sometimes I do this with these giant comment flags, and then only to find out later that I stopped paying attention to it. Didn't do a good job of it. Alright, so that's character class. We're going to do the same for character race. This is going to be item attribute, get character race, and item attribute, character race, UID, get character race, item attribute. So if underscore character race is not null, then return it. Otherwise, if this is that, then return default. Set character race to the UID, return that, and then we will copy this, paste, set character race, new object, get item attribute by UID. Turn character race UID, return character race equals new object. Alright, so that should work for those. Okay. Alright, so now we have the ability to set a character class and the ability to get back a character class. And then alright. So we're creating a new player. And now we need to set their character class and race. So we're going to do new player dot set character class to, we're going to go need these over here as well. We're going to say items repository dot get random item object by type. So this is where it gets a little tricky. So I would love to get a random object and also get a random object by type and also get a random object by type with attributes or with something. Do I want to build that into the repository? I don't. The problem is when I think get random items, there's way too many use cases to solve for. And in so many of them, it's not just get a random one. It's going to either be a by type, and even of the type, like I'm thinking character classes, I need to only take the ones that can be a player class. Like I have Ratman and Goblin, and maybe the players can't be Ratman and Goblin. So I'm gonna still need to do a sort of a lookup. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna cache values. Cache some lists, arrays, something like that. And we're going to say var available character classes is going to be equal to items repository.get item objects comment that out for now. Item repository, don't we have item objects by type? By type, and I'm going to say character class. I know that is hard coding a string. And Uri earlier today during the Game Dev show mentioned he cringes at that. Where x let's see. Let's go to our item object. So it has a dictionary. So we have this. Well, the problem is it's actually, the types are based on the folder that they're in. So if you change what folder they're in, then the type changes. So it's not actually something, unless I wanted to go crazy and like manage the structure via a scriptable object, which I don't think I want to do. I'm just thinking out loud. So this, so you get the items types where the base class is true. Okay. So this would be all the base class character classes. And of course, I should make sure I've assigned those. So I will go to my manage, look at the, I did not, so I will say base class, add to all, and I will expose the bool on that. And then for the ones where they are base class, just set that to true. Which is most of these. All right. So we will say that set character class UID will be random.range 0 through available character classes dot length, and it's going to be a random one from there dot UID. Does that make sense? So random one and it's UID. Variable character races is going to be items repository get attributes by type character race base race, say player race, and I need to make sure set that up. And I don't call it character race, I just call it race. So that's an important thing to consider. And then oh yeah, select a race. Manage item attributes. We're going to call this base player race. Player race, and it's going to be a bool so let's say they can be a dwarf, how come this didn't get that? Oh, we got an issue here. Let's try this again. Delete, delete. Okay, so none here. Player race. Bool. Huh. It didn't expose that to everybody. Alright, let's dig into that bug before we move on. So this is the item, this is going to be the drawer for dictionary editor. Let's look for delete right here so that draw key values. So it's a key value drawer editor. And just draw. Structure only. Draw bool. All dictionary structure. Get key value, key, show bool should equal the same. So this is where it's happening, or rather not happening. Let's make sure we're getting all dictionary structure properly. I'm gonna do a debug here. There are all dictionary structure.count length in all dictionary structure, and this needs to be outside of that. So now technically there's 0. Well, that explains that. Well, where do we set this? The cache isn't happening. Set all dictionaries. Oh my gosh, El Sporco. Last night was 80s. Is today 70s? Or is that 60s? Probably 60s. All right. So key value drawer, set all dictionaries, object type, do a debug. It looks like I've done debugs down here too. So debug.log should try to set all dictionaries for type, object type. Hey. That looks about right. And this is supposed to be select many. No. Oh no, I don't have good base face. I just had a little operation on my head in the past summer, and so I had to shave my head, and so I wear a hat while my hair looks dumb. That's the only reason why I wear a hat. I'm not even a hat guy. My brother is a drummer, and I am not musically inclined in that regard. But I do like Simon and Garfunkel, so there's that. I like to sing in the car. Does that count for something? can't even remember where I had my debug log now. It's here. Okay. So at some point, this is not getting set. So set all dictionaries has to happen, and it happens in do caching. And do caching happens where? Multiple places. What if we do it like this? What if we say I can't even hear the music. Let me turn it up. Wait a minute. That's weird. My test. Huh. My headphones, I've got my volume all the way up. I can barely hear myself. And I know the volume level is fine. It's just for some reason so I can't turn it up anymore. Oh well. Alright, so what I want to do here is say if type name does not equal that, but that's not. I guess this is when it gets a call, so do caching here as well. But we need the object type. What if we do that? Nope, we can't do that. That won't work. I'm really not a fan of this RAR editor. I'm not. That's the problem. If I didn't have to cache the values, then this wouldn't be an issue. Maybe I don't have to cache it. What if... What if I only do this if it changed? Let's see, what would that look like? That would say I need bool temp value equals God damn it. No. Maybe we need to do it when we add dictionary. Let's see. Add dictionary key values. Add to all. Do caching. Class name. Delete that. Add that. All right. That should do the trick then. And then make that bool, go back to the inspector, player race. Didn't what? Still didn't do it. What is this saying? Okay, on focus. Maybe this is this thing. Dictionary drawer. Do caching. Dot cache. Do we have no cache dot? says cache item attribute equals true. I don't want to do that. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. This is the point at which I could do a cache. Reset. But I would have to do it. I don't know how I would do it. Dictionary drawer dot set cache. And we'll do item attributes. I don't want it to be here, but I guess it has to be. That's fine. Whoops. String class name. Do caching class name. Let's see if that works. Test. We will wait, and then we will clear, and we'll move off, and then on. So 6, that's great. 10, that's great. 6, that's great. Delete this. Add. Let's see if it actually works. Okay, finally worked. So realistically, what I should do is add that same code to the other ones as well. First remove this code, and then editor window. Before I forget, so on focus, not this one. Oops. Focus. Okay. Oh, Sporka. Now you can stop my train of thought. Choo choo. Yes, I think that is appropriate when perhaps I have it back to where I can show the game. Right now it's broken because I'm redoing all this. Yeah, I think that would be a cool video to do. Maybe like an early super pre-alpha behind the scenes look at what the plan is. Clearly that plan may change and all that, but yeah. I think that would be appropriate. But I'd like to be able to show a little bit of the game. And I guess it would focus just on that game, not any of the Infinity PBR stuff. Which makes sense. Alright, so those should all work now and get the cache when you load up any of these. I'm not sure what this refers to. I keep getting this null reference, but when I change these, not all the time, I guess. But they're not me. All right, go back to this. The player. Oh yeah, I gotta set these. Player race, player race, player race, and player race. All right, so where's this? All right. The Renault. Yeah. Alright, available character races, items repository, get race, player race, to array, and then we're going to do a copy of this and set character race, available character races, show a random race. So they get a random class and a random race. Okay. What other stuff do we have here? Ooh, a player name. Do I want to go that deep? No, it was some GUI thing, UI GUI. It says this one. Build slave unity, build modules, I am GUI utility, null reference at that. So I just don't know. Who knows? Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. Tell your friends that, I don't know what to tell them. Tell your friends something. Tell your friends that you're listening to a dude just talk about stuff. Alright, do we want to go deep? This doesn't necessarily need the player name or gender. It could have player name and gender, but I don't think it needs that. Fine. We'll include name and gender. So these are going to be attributes. Create. Item. Well, folder. Genders. Just gender. And then we don't need an attributes for names. Delete that. So gender. And in gender, we're going to make a few genders. Create. Item attributes. We'll say male, female, and non-gendered. And then to do match stats and skill, did I not do that? Oh, fudgesicle. Am I matching stats and skills? No. Am I? No, because stats and skills are way too unique to match, right? Because if I have like yeah, so I'm not going to match stats and skills. They're too unique. I'm going to put a note here about it, though. October 17, 2021. Stats and skills in this context are quite unique, and I don't know if it really makes sense to match them. Oh, I'm not going to make a random name generator. I'm just going to grab some from a random name generator on the internet. So I don't think we need any of these. We just need those three. And then on our races here, create new dictionaries. We're going to call male names, female names, and the non-gendered we'll pick from both. And both of these are going to be a string displayed as a text box. And they're just going to be like comma delimited lists. So for a dwarf, we're going to go to the internet and go for fantasy name generator. Ha 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 ha. Alright. Fantasy and folklore. Dwarf names. Get male names. I'm just going to pull in a few of these. And Gimli. How do you spell Gimli? Whatever. I don't know why these are male names versus female names. That's a long one. Okay, elf names. Ah, you have to go back to the start. Elf names. Half-orc names. Do they have half-orc, or just gonna have... Ooh, they do have half-orc names. Crazy. Ostrod. That's a weird name. Wax is a female half-orc's name. Cousin of Shrek, no doubt. And human names. Well, I mean, human names should be easy to make up. They don't even give you the option for human names. It's messed up. Alright, then we will say, let me know if you don't want your name used. William, Corey, who else do we have here? Jay and Elliot. And sorry, El Sporco, your name is not here. Because El Sporco is not a human name in this world. Maybe in your world, in our world it is, but not in this fantasy world. Sarah, Zelda, Samus, and Jennifer. All right, so now we got our names. So now let's give ourselves random. Oh, and to show the repository, when you bring this back up, see, the genders are now there and available to use. All right, so new player dot. Well, I guess let's look at our player. Public string name, get player name, get name, in this case we just need private name and get player or get name. If name is not equal, no, return that. Otherwise, I think this is not the way to do it. Not for this one. I guess we could just set it like that. Okay, so we set the gender, and then we need to get a name from the gender and the race. So new player dot name equals random name, and we're going to pass in new player dot get gender, new player dot race, character race. And from this, we're going to say if new player gender, let's call this race and gender, if gender dot object name equals male, say string name available names equals new string. Can I do that? Can I just leave it blank, maybe? Available names equals race dot dictionary dot get value string male names dot split on separator. Did I do that right? Something like that? Oh yeah, I think it's like that. Split there. But we also need to trim dot trim. How do we trim? Trim string. Trim. Doomsday books, huh? Ah, so it's that dot trim. Okay. Okay, then I'll do that there. Available names. And then, oops. Return available names random dot range range 0 available names dot length dot trim okay. If it's female, then female names, and if it's otherwise non-gendered, then we will not need to do an if. Available names is going to be that, and then available names equals, oops, spell it right. It's available names dot join. Var other names equals that. Join other names. Union, maybe. Union, other names. That was join. So maybe it was union then. Okay, it must be union. Dot union dot to array. Oh, okay. It was fine the whole time. There you go. So now it should give a random name. Regardless. Delete this stuff too. Should I press play and just see? It's gonna be a lot of errors if I do, I think. Oh. Interesting. That's a bug that I wasn't expecting. Okay, now we can see this because it wasn't marked system serializable before. So it looks like I have a bug that's a real bug that I need to fix. Key not found. That's... And it's saying here, so available character classes. Where are we getting a key, though? This is my dictionary, not your dictionary, Unity system. Let's do some debugs here. Oh. Maybe I need select, not where. Select menu. Okay, undo. See ya, Elliot. Thanks. Let's see. Line 27. Key not found here. Oh. Interesting. Oh, because this is... should be found. So it's basically saying that this doesn't have a string character class in it. Now it should. Repository editor. So for each object type, let's debug.log adding type to dictionary object type. Count. Okay. Character class, count 10. Well, that's not right. Oh, yeah, it is, because I hard-coded the character class. Alright, so it should be there. Press play. and the error. Interesting. Let's see. Player race. Ah. How come Goblin doesn't have player race? And male names and female names. Okay, well, before I do the next step, I'm going to copy these. What's up, the bull? Okay, because now I need to figure out why those don't have these dictionaries. They absolutely should. So to fix this, I've got to go to all of these. And say 0 key values for all of these. Because technically, the only way to add and remove dictionaries is on the manage section. Okay, so female names, male names, and player race, and flavor text. String as text box. Who. String as text box. String as text box. Now they should all have it. So everyone's seen that now that Ted the Rush Band fan is here, it's definitely 70s music night. Now that everybody has seen these exist, if they disappear again, then that means there's a bug. And I don't like bugs. Oh, I accidentally quit. I meant to hit tab and I hit Q. Well. Well. Whoa. Whoa. What's going on here? All right. Okay. Now let's press play again. Yes, make backups often. I need to do that. All right. What are we looking at here? Back to where we started. Key not found. Character class. What? What is this? Why, pray tell, are these suddenly non... That means they have no type. But they will once I click into this, because this will reset them. These are stats and skills. That is disturbing. Quit. Load. If the... I don't know what all this means. I know what the serialization, I don't know what this part means. But once I finish the upgrade, that yellow warning will go away. So this means that these, and now there's other ones, somehow are losing their information. And that's not good. At least those kept theirs. Okay, save. Quit. Not good at all if there's information being lost. Ooh, tomorrow's the Apple event. You know, there's a chance the Infinity PBR Dragon will make an appearance in the Apple event. They bought my dragon for an upcoming marketing thing. That could be tomorrow. All right. Okay, well, mother effer. All right, I gotta just make sure they're all getting set dirty, I guess. So when I go to here, and when I go to here, a couple things happen. Let's see. Item attribute editor. Don't say congrats yet. I mean, it's nice that they bought a multi-entity license of it, but they need to actually use it. They told me they would not be able to put Infinity PBR up there, but that's okay. I'll take what I can get. Where do I do the check? Check. Begin change check, end change check. If no, this is where I do it myself, and I already have that, so begin change check, end change check. So validations. Okay, let's do one around validations. And I have to do that on the others as well. And stats and skills. Okay. Okay, save, quit, try again. Okay, see if we can make it work this time. Save, Great. Whoops. Damn it. That didn't work. Okay. So how about we go into validations. Okay, do that on all of them. Huh. Let me check the types. Interesting. Oh, weird. So now if any of the details change, it should set dirty explicitly. Save, quit. Save, 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 save. Am I saving? Quit. Aha! So that did the trick. Alright. Apparently they weren't being set dirty properly. Now they are. Thanks, Athena's Owl. I appreciate the like. And a reminder to everybody else, please like and subscribe. Thanks. Alright, so now that we got that, hopefully when I press play... Ah, we still got the damn error. Could not find key value for base class. Well, let's see. Yep. Some of them are missing base class for some reason. Interestingly, it's the ones that weren't set true. Which makes me think that the act of pressing true made it dirty, but the others did not. Which explains why the other ones were missing stuff as well. I can fix this by just making each of these 7, not 87, but 7. And then we'll re-add it, but we're gonna check this code. Because it seems like when we add a dictionary thing here, we are not saying them all to be dirty, and we do need to set them all to be dirty. QA tester, yeah, your new gig. Congratulations. Hopefully they feed you lunch. But I guess it's still working from home, perhaps. Which project, the Bull? The redo of the stats or of the modules, or the, you know, definitely not Legend of the Stones. That's still early. The redo of this is probably more than 50% of the way done, I would think. Just working through the kinks right now. Figuring out why things aren't saving and stuff. And that's just because I didn't apparently set things as dirty. So in the item object window, editor window, add to all. Oh, no, this is the dictionary drawer. Add to all. Then set all dirty. What does set all dirty do? It says for each item object in get item objects array editor utilities.set dirty item object. utility. That's what that does. And I'm going to repeat this. Oh no, I don't have to. I just gotta do it here and do this, and item attribute. Item attribute. Get item attribute. Array. Get stats and skills array. Stats and skills. Stats and skills. Because we don't know what kind, but we're gonna make them all dirty. I like working from home. It means I can go for a walk instead of staying on a train for 45 minutes each way. It's 2 walks a day if I walk fast. I do miss the food from work. I got free food and snacks, but it also made me fatter, and I lost weight since I walk 2 times a day. Although I didn't walk today. All right. So now, what was I looking for? Oh yeah, player race or base class. Oh, sorry there. Base class is a bool, and all those. And we just save and quit. And see if they all disappeared on me again. They did not. Good. Alright. I suppose I need to do a similar thing here. Or not there. Not there. Actually. I think it's just safe to do this. And alright. That should do the trick on all of them. Now, press play without getting an error? Nope, I can't. This one comes up again. Okay, why is my dictionary not saving? Do dictionaries not save in this context? Maybe they don't. Count 0. Well, heck. Unity 3D dictionary on scriptable objects not saved. Oh. Well, you can't do that. Turns out that's why. Maybe that's why I never, ever, ever use dictionaries like that. Well, that changes things. So I guess could populate this at start, or I could just not have them. So now I'll populate those at start. If this works, I should do it to the stats and skills as well. But let's see. Oh, get different errors. Still count 0. That's probably because I do this on awake, and I do this on start, which is right after. So I'm going to do this on update. And I'll do private rule. Actually, let's do this. All right. That way it'll be one little blip later. All right. Key not found. God damn it. Why the heck not? Unless I'm looking at the wrong things. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the stats and skills. Okay, well, that would explain that. Stats, a repository. All right. Try 85. Still 0. Let's make sure it's actually doing something. You see the problem here, right? What's this? Oh, that's a different problem entirely. No reference. This makes no sense. Let me just clear this out. Do it again. Doing object class. It's because there is no object class, it's character class. What is it doing? Why does it still say class? I changed that to character class. And it still has race? Well, that's not right. Do I not clear this? Wait a minute. Item object types. Item object types. Item object types. Okay, we all see there are 5 item object types. And then, when we press play, we see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them now. One doesn't exist. Another one has its name changed. But they are different from the ones we see here. Why is that the case? A conundrum. Item object types. It says there's only 5 up there. And then every time we populate the list, it clears that. Maybe we're not saying that object dirty either. So maybe we just need to do that. Editor utility dot set dirty this object. And do the same thing here. After we populate the list, there are 6 in the console log. Race I changed a long time ago. I moved it to an attribute. So my guess is it just wasn't saving, because I wasn't actually calling set dirty. So I mean, that would explain that to a large degree. And since a lot of the bugs tonight have been around the fact that I didn't always call set dirty or call it properly or in the right spots, that could explain that. Let's see. Aha, character class. Okay. Alright, well, we still have an issue. Try get item by UID. Item objects by UID. I think that was my own issue. Ooh, there we go. Do my demo players have stuff? They do. We have names. And the rest, of course, are not showing because they are different. All right. Let's get rid of these debugs. All right, now that we have our names, so we've given them, where's our, here we are. This one, where is it? Go away. All right. We've given them okay, so we cache our stuff, then we give them name, race, gender, and then that's it. And then I want to make sure the starring stats are all set to 11. Oops. And I can do that on this panel too. Okay, and then let's see how I did this before. Okay, so that should fix those. Let's find out. Oh, is that the Hawaiian one? Yes. You should have a well-made Mai Tai, not crappy made one, or my preference, when I'm in Hawaii, is the S. Pellegrino lemonade drink with vodka. That's one I like. Where is my null reference? Oh, did I not assign it? Did not. All right, so we got our names up there. I don't know if those are actually working. We got an argument out of range. How do we get an argument out of range? Some of the Mai Tais in Hawaii aren't good. Everyone makes them different. Alright, so that was the issue. It just wasn't populated when it was starting to call the method. That's it. Alright, let's get the other stuff to work. Stats, what are these doing? These are going to have a similar update. Where'd the other one get? Alright, so this is where we're getting into the stats and skill stuff. So getting into stats and skill stuff, and that's going to be a bigger project than what I have time for because tomorrow's a work day. Pina coladas. I wish I liked it, but you know what I don't like? Coconut. Fuck coconut. But yeah. You can have my pina colada and I'll take your something else. So that's a deal. So there we go. I got more to do. So the next stuff is getting the stats and skills to actually do their computation and stuff. And that's why I'm going to pause here, because that's a bigger project than, I don't know what I have, like 25 minutes before 11. I want to get to bed and relax and stuff. But these has been a long day of code. I've been sitting here for about 7 hours, only streaming for 3 of them. But whoa, banana vanilla cinnamon rum. Sounds like something the kids in college would drink. Huh. Ever since I was a kid, couldn't stand coconut flavor. Can't do it. Alright, thanks everybody. Please like and subscribe. I'll be streaming again probably tomorrow, based on history. But lots to do still. Getting close to being more done on this. It has been fun, I agree. Just gotta get the stats and skills doing their math again. It shouldn't be too terribly difficult. And then doing the logic on these and just making sure these repositories are nicely crafted. You gotta do comments on all those. And that the demo shows a really nice way of doing things. Stuff like that. So, thank you, Devati, for hanging out. I will see you all later.